my soul. I can hear it calling louder, silent thunder rising power. Silent thunder in my veins, breaking chains, I'm unafraid. Every heartbeat starts to roar, I'm not the same as before. Silent thunder, here I stand, stronger now, I'll take command. Through the chaos I discover who I am in silent Lift me higher, tear the skies. I've been reborn 1,000 times. From the quiet comes a storm. This is where my heart transforms. Whispers breaking through the night. Silent thunder burning bright. Through the chaos I discover who I am in silent thunder.
Thought I lost the fight inside. Felt too fast, too far to hide. But even in the deepest shade, I saw colors start to blaze. Used to drown in what they said, painted storms inside my head. But I lit a spark they couldn't see, built a fire under me. Now every bruise becomes my base, every fall a staircase. I'm not broken, I'm not straight, I'm just burning through the gray. I won't fade, no turning gray. I've been shadows, now I blaze. Every step that wore me thin made me bulletproof within. I won't break, I won't delay. Even storms can't wash away all the colors that I claim. No, I'm never turning gray. Held my voice behind a wall, tried to shrink so I'd fit small, but the cracks became my stage. Now I'm louder with the rage. They can doubt me all they need, I've got silence on my speed. I'm the glitch that broke the frame, not a number, not a name. I won't fade, no turning gray. I've been shadows, now I blaze. Every step that wore me thin made me bulletproof within. I won't break, I won't delay. Even storms can't wash away all the colors that I claim. No, I'm never turning gray. If I flicker, I still burn. Every scar's a flag I earned. Tired hearts still beat with sound, and I'll never settle down. I won't fade, no turning gray. This is where I start to stay, brighter than I've ever been. This is where the light gets in. Crimson lights across the air, Whispers call me everywhere. Running fast, the world's in flame. Every heartbeat speaks my name. I can feel the pull of fate. Through the dark I radiate. Every second breaking through. Every shadow fades from view. I can hear the thunder cry, calling me to touch the sky. Set me free, set me free. Let the night remember me. Set me free, set me free. Light the spark, ignite the sea. Set me falling forward into sound, lost but finally found. Through the fire, through the rain, I'm alive within the flame. Every second breaking through, every shadow fades from view. I can hear the thunder cry, calling me to touch the sky. Set me.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Welcome back. Okay, so let's see whether do we have any entry opportunity do we have today. May I ask, did any one of you actually entered the BDC during last Friday's live? Did any one of you enter the BDC trade last week? Oh, hello. Did any one of you enter this trade? If you guys have entered, you guys may type yes. If you guys didn't manage to enter, you guys may type no in the chat room to let me know. This morning, when the market opened, straight away it sent to TP already. And this morning, what I see is a big pump this morning during market open. All right, so let's start off with XAU first before we go into BDC. So right now, XAU, we are currently sitting at a very important and a very strong support area right now. And this support area, I have been mentioning since last week. Because last week, this support area, actually this is a resistance. But right now, we are already changing from resistance to support already. And right now, we are finally back at this support level. So, in this support level, what do I need to wait for the entry opportunity? I'm actually waiting for a reversal signal over here. So how do we look for a reversal signal at this level? First of all, let me see. Okay, so this is the point. If the price today in 15 minutes, if it broke above this level, 4,700, the price eventually will change from downtrend turning into uptrend. So this is a very important level. 4700, let me write. Okay. if today the price closed above this level in 15 minutes, we are actually turning from a downtrend turning into uptrend. So right now in 15 minutes, we are still in a downtrend right now. So if the price today closed below this level, 4652, the price, it will continue to push towards downside. Yes, there is still a chances the price will push down. Okay, so let's see in 15 minutes. So in 15 minutes, over here, this is a change of characters level, which is a change of trend. So right now, we already have change of trend over here, but I'm still waiting for a confirmation of trend, which is over here, 4678. This price level, 4678. If the price closes above 4678, the price eventually is confirmed, turning from downtrend, turning into uptrend in 5 minutes. So this is what I'm waiting for. Because most likely, because of this confirmation of trend, most likely it will push the price to break above 4700, this price level. Eventually, in 15 minutes, a change of trend will happen. So this is what I'm waiting for. And some more in 1 hour graph. Let me change the chart. This level, actually, it is a slight chances of happening AMD. So what is AMD? AMD, it is actually called accumulation, manipulation, and distribution, which is called AMD. So how do we differentiate this thing? Accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. First of all, we will need to identify a consolidation phase first. So the price consolidate between this level and this level. So which means the institute, they are actually accumulating their orders. They're accumulating gold. And right now, we are actually in the manipulation phase. Because a lot of people, eventually, they will do long trade over here. They will do short trade over here. And they will do long trade over here. So what if the people, actually, they do long trade over here? They will put their cut loss at previous low. Let's say, for example, they entry a long trade over here. Eventually, they will put their cut loss somewhere around the previous low. And eventually, they got cut out and they will put the previous high as their TP. So you see, they will be cut out. So in this case, those retail traders, they will be stopped out by the market. And this is called the manipulation phase. And some more, in this manipulation phase, it is back to this support level. So which means this manipulation actually happened at a very strong support level. So what do we need to wait for in this support level? We would want the price to have a reversal signal in this level. We need to see reversal signal in 5 minutes and 15 minutes. So if we do have a reversal signal in 5 or 15 minutes in this level, eventually we can enter this long trade. And this long trade, we may see quite further TP. We may look at this level as our TP actually, as our final TP, okay? Final TP. Because if this is a manipulation phase, eventually the next phase is distribution phase. So if distribution phase happen, you can put it, if I put it in this way, it will be easier for you guys to understand. Let's say, if today I'm a bus driver, currently in my bus there is a total of 40 people in my bus. In order for me to drive, let's say, 100 kilometer per hour with 40 people in the bus, it is actually very hard for us to reach this speed. So that's why in this accumulation phase, there are a lot of retail trader actually they are in this market right now. So institute trader, they are actually the bus driver because they can define the direction of the market. So in order for the institute to go towards the direction they want, what they will do is they will take off and they will stop out all of the retail trader out. So which means this bus driver, they are kicking people out from the buses. After all the people is left the bus already, after they left the bus, eventually the bus is very light already. The weight decreases. And eventually, the bus driver, in order for the bus driver to reach the speed of 100 kilometer per hour, it is much more easier than 40 people in the bus. So this is actually the concept of AMD. And if those people is manipulated out of the market already and the institute wanted to go towards the direction he want, eventually those retail trader will be kicked out in this level, and eventually we will foresee a distribution phase to be happen. But how do we identify this manipulation is working? First thing is we need to see a reversal signal in manipulation phase. This is the first thing that I wanted to see. And the second thing that I wanted to see is, because this is 1 hour graph, so which means this is a 1 hour AMD, I need to see a higher low happening in 1 hour graph. If both of these things happen in this area, eventually distribution phase will happen very, very soon. So how do we actually put our TP? Our first TP, first of all, we can look at this price first. Previous high. So once the price reached this level, 4748, actually in this AMD, it is already considered mission complete. So once mission complete, which means the market already finished the first movement already. If the price is really, really strong, then it will try to challenge this second resistance. And this resistance is a very, very big time frame resistance. This is a 1 hour time frame resistance. Because currently we are sitting at a 1 hour support. So which means we are going to the next resistance level. So right now in this, actually currently in 15 minute and 5 minute, it is very important if we wanted to see a bullish, if we wanted to see an uptrend. In 5 minute, how do we enter this trade? Okay. Because right now, what I see is a higher low is happening. If the price later really close above 4678, if the price close above and it retraces back to this white color EMA, then I will enter a long trade over here. I will enter the long trade after the price broke above 4678 price level. Okay, I need the price to close above this level first, then I will look for a long entry when the price retraces back to this EMA line. Alright, so after this price, let's say if we really entered, I wanted the price to push the whole market to 4700, this level. If if the market really push above this level, then this AMD structure eventually will form in the higher chances. Higher chances it will form. If 4700 is still to close above, eventually in 15 minutes we are still in a downtrend. And therefore there is still a slight risky, and still we couldn't look for a long entry that far first. Which means our TP, I wouldn't look at the previous resistance, the next resistance level. I wouldn't look at this level. If 4700 did not successfully, it's not successfully close above this level. Alright? If the price successfully close above this level, yes, I would. It will still have a chances of reaching this resistance, which is the 1 hour resistance, if 4700 is broke. But right now, in 5 minute and 15 minute, both time frame, it is also in a downtrend right now. So let's just wait for the entry to be happen. Alright, so let me do a quick summary. So I wanted to wait for the price to close above 4678. After the price is close above 4678 and it retraces back to this white color EMA, then I will enter a long trade over here. Okay? So let's go to BTC. So in Bitcoin, last Friday during YouTube Live, I actually gave this order. My entry is somewhere around 80,250. So why do we enter this trade? It's very simple. First of all, we are currently in an uptrend right now. And this is actually the first higher low in this real structural level. And eventually this is the second higher low. And some more, we also retraces back to this very big support and strong support. And some more, it also overlap with this EMA level. And eventually, when the engulfing happened, then I will enter this long trade already. And I asked you guys to TP 1-to-1 risk reward ratio. The reason is very simple. First of all, we are currently sitting at a very strong resistance in daily graph. And if we put more than 1-to-1 risk reward ratio, we are actually, let's say if I put 1-to-2, if I put 1-to-2 RR or 1-to-3 RR, we are actually gambling with the market whether the price will break above or we will break out this resistance or not. And we as a trader, we don't gamble with the market. We do what the market tells us to do. And what I will do is, I will do what I see in the chart. So there is no point for us to gamble whether the price will close above this resistance level or not. So although it's a 1-to-1 R, this is a very good practice. A profit is still a profit. Alright? So in 4-hour graph, we are still in uptrend. If the price today close above this level, 82,700, a continuous of trend will happen, which means the price actually close above this resistance already. If the price really close above 82,700, what I wanted to see is, I want the price to retrace back to this support level. This support level is over here. I want the price to retrace back to this support level, and I need to form a reversal signal in 1 hour and 4-hour graph over here. Okay, then I will enter a long trade. And if this long trade is made, I will look for a further TP. And this one is a mid-long term trade actually. Alright. So in 4-hour graph, we are currently in uptrend and there's nothing much in 4 hours. So let's go to 1 hour. Okay, in 1 hour, if the price close below this level, 82,000, 80,007 and 600, the price will turn from uptrend turning into downtrend. Alright, and which means it will against the 4-hour trend already. So right now in 1 hour, because we still failed to close below this level, so we are still looking at an uptrend right now. Okay, so let me go to 15 minutes. So in 15 minutes, we are currently in downtrend already because we already closed below this level, 80,600. Okay, so in 15 minutes, we are looking at a downtrend. 1 hour, we are looking at a downtrend, and 4 hour, we are looking at an uptrend right now. So let's see whether 4 hour is stronger or 1 hour is stronger. So in current state, in 1 hour and 4 hour, we do not have any entry opportunity yet. Neither 15 minute. 15 minute, we do not have any entry also. Okay. So we have to wait. In Bitcoin, we have to wait for opportunity right now. Alright, so but in XAU, we do have an entry opportunity. I think later, somewhere around 10 o'clock, we will have this already. Right, so let's go to ETH. So ETH, currently we are in a consolidation phase. We are consolidating between this level. Hello. We are consolidating between this level. So in 4 hours, we do not have a very clear direction yet. In 1 hour, we also do not have a clear direction yet. But in smaller time frame, we do have a direction actually. In smaller time frame, in 15 minutes, ETH is same with BTC. We are looking for a downtrend right now because we close above this level. So we have to wait for the price to close below this 2324 before we do any entry. Alright? If the price successfully close below this level 2423, once the price retraces back to this EMA, white color EMA level, then we will enter a short entry. Alright? But in BTC, the whole trend, it is also very strong. So in ETH, if we do this short entry, actually it is quite risky as well. We have to look at Bitcoin. During the entry of ETH, we have to look at Bitcoin. The reason is because Bitcoin is the big boss of cryptocurrency. If the big boss said, I am going down right now, even though if all the alternate coin wanted to go up, but everything will go down eventually because the big boss wanted to go down. So all of the alternate coin in crypto eventually will follow Bitcoin movement. Whether it's uptrend or downtrend, everything will follow. Okay, so in XAU, successfully closed above already. In 5 minutes, US market is opening soon. Yes, waiting for a long trade. You are right. Okay, a big pump happens over here. Alright, so what is the next thing that I'm waiting is I want the price to retrace back to the EMA. When the price retrace back to this EMA and it forms an engulfing, then I will enter this long entry. Okay? If you guys are clear about XAU, you guys may type OK in the chat room to let me know. wow, very strong. Hopefully, I want the price straight away pumps above 4700. That is the most beautiful thing that I can see. The reason is because if the price closed above 4700, which means in 15-minute chart, it is uptrend. In 5 minute, we are also uptrend. Eventually, when the 5 minute retraces back to the EMA, it is much more safer for us to do this long trade. Okay? It's much more safer for us to do this trade. Alright, so this is the thing that I'm waiting for in 5 minute and 15 minute. And hopefully later somewhere around 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock, we will have this entry opportunity. So later I will give this trade call in our trade call group. So if those who didn't join our WhatsApp group, you guys may scan this QR code, or you guys may type, or you guys may scroll to the description and click our WhatsApp group community link, and you may join, and you may request to join. All right. So if you wanted to know more about our trade call or how do we actually trade, you can scan the QR code above my video, and you may ask my team. My team will assist you, all right, in joining the trade call group and how do we actually trade. Because I do teach trading, and I teach trading in a bootcamp method. So which means, because in trading, it is not just about theory, but it's more towards practical practice. Because every day in trading is we have a different. Where's the TP for this long trade? Okay. For this trade, you may put your TP, let's say, because I wanted to see whether the price will close above 4700 first or not. If the price failed to close above 4700 and it really retraces back to this EMA line, then I will put my TP at the previous high, somewhere around this level. Yes, you may straight away put as 4700. Okay, you may straight away put here. This is the resistance level. And your cut loss, you may put below this point, around 4666. You have to wait for an engulfing happen over here in this white color EMA. You have to wait for an engulfing candle happens over here in order for you to put this cut loss. All right. If the price close above this 4700, okay, your first TP you may put at this level 4700. The second level you may TP over here 4725. This is a resistance as well. Let me write. If you wanted to hold after these two TP, you may hold. Remember to put BE. Remember to move your cut loss to entry price. Alright. This is your TP. So let's wait for the trade to be happen lah. I think this one will happen at 10 o'clock, somewhere around 9:30 or 10 o'clock. Okay, we have to wait for an engulfing to be happen at this white color EMA before we enter this trade. Alright, then your cut loss you may put at this level, 4664.5. Alright, clear? If you guys are clear, you may type clear in the chat room to let me know. All good. Type all good. Let's see whether this trade will make some profit or not. Alright, so if you wanted to join our community, you may scan the QR code above my camera, or you may click the link down below the description. Alright, so in XAU, I'm looking for a long trade, and hopefully later we will have this entry opportunity. And in Bitcoin, I am looking, actually in Bitcoin we do not have any entry opportunity lah. Yeah, because we just made last Friday also. Yes, so what right now I'm just waiting for the price to break above 82,700. That's all. Alright, so this is Bitcoin and XAU, and tomorrow we have a news actually happening, which is CPI, and this CPI is monthly and yearly. So yearly it is actually one of the biggest news in that will affect XAU. So which means we have to be careful tomorrow. It happens at 8:30 tomorrow. Alright, this is Malaysia time. Alright, so tomorrow, same time, I will do this YouTube live. Alright, okay, see ya everyone, and I wish you guys all the best in this trade. And hopefully, let's make some profit. Alright, bye bye. See you guys tomorrow.